Kyiv was the capital of a state probably founded by Norsemen in the late 10th century. Having adopted the religion of their most important trading partner, Byzantium, the construction began of a series of Eastern Orthodox churches, the first being St. Sophia's in 1015, based partly on Byzantine cruciform five-aisled models. The church contains Byzantine-style mosaics with their gold tesserae creating a transcendental ground. Nikolaus Pevsner spoke of the church's groundbreaking design, using 13 domes to represent Christ and the 12 apostles, until 8 domes were added in the Baroque period and all of the domes were reshaped. The Pacherska Lavra, or Monastery of the Caves, is said to have been founded by St. Anthony from Mount Athos in 1051. The famous bell tower was added in 1751, and the original church of the Dormition was destroyed during World War II and rebuilt from 1995 to 2000. The Church of the Transfiguration in Chernihiv also dates from the 11th century, and also has elements of the Byzantine style, although it has a simpler plan than at St. Sophia's, with only 3 aisles. The church was extensively rebuilt after damage during World War II. St. Catherine's Church, also in Chernihiv, is in the Ukrainian Baroque style. The city of Lviv, in the west of Ukraine, was open to influences from southern and northwestern Europe. The Boymoth Chapel, just southwest of the central market square, is a family mausoleum decorated with sandstone sculptures, including Sts. Peter and Paul in the lower story, and, above the entablature, a triptych with scenes from the road to Calvary, crucifixion, and deposition. The side of the chapel has a low frieze scene of St. George, namesake of the chapel's founder, the Hungarian György Boym. The Bernardine Church of St. Anthony adopted the Central European high nave, which meant a facade of several stories. The Italian architect Paolo Romano combined different styles, with austere Tuscan pilasters in the lower stories and German and Dutch influenced forms in the top story. Inside, the ceiling frescoes show a typical Baroque preoccupation with unity and illusionism, with the choir vault showing trompe-l'oeil clear-story windows and connecting with the main vault fresco. The Jesuit Church in Lviv, dedicated to Saints Peter and Paul, is a synthesis of the original Jesuit Church of Il Gesù in Rome and the Jesuit Church in Krakow, with the Lviv church facade using both concave volutes and obelisks on the scrolls, but no pediment above the entablature. Similarly, the Dominican Church in Lviv uses Roman Baroque models, such as the concave facade behind the entrance of Sant'Agnese in Agone, further reinforced by the addition of the bell tower in the 19th century. The Ruthenian Dormition Church is a replacement of the one burnt in 1571. It's an interesting synthesis of traditional onion-domed churches and the Renaissance, using classical pilasters and Tuscan-style arches around the windows. The adjacent tower, commissioned by a merchant from Crete, Constanti Corniac, was partly rebuilt in the Baroque style after the Tatar siege of 1675. St. George's Cathedral is decorated with typical late Baroque and Rococo elements, such as its undulating curvatures and a preponderance of decorative elements such as the capitals, statuary, and urns. St. Michael's Golden Domed Monastery in Kiev was demolished by the Soviets in the 1930s, but a replica was rebuilt after Ukrainian independence.